I'm Susie and welcome back to my channel, Super Pink Orchid. I hope you're having a great day. This is my March update for the Birthstone Beauty Project Pan. Birthstone Beauty is a Fantastic Ladies Facebook collab project. It's all about assigning products that have birthstone names to their birthstone for a particular month. For this project, I've decided to just do a lot of like usage goals really, rather than trying to finish up any products because I've got a lot of products like that in other projects. So this is kind of one of my play projects for the year, and I think I've got an exciting update. So stay tuned. If I knew how to edit, here's where I'd cut and cut back in again, but I don't. Right, my update. So this is the Kat Von D Alchemist holographic palette, and it contains four shiny highlighters, all of which I've assigned to a stone and therefore I'm up in this project. So there's a purple one in here assigned to February for amethyst because its name is ultraviolet amethyst. There is a green holographic highlighter in here called Emerald, assigned to May, which has emerald as its birthstone. There is a blue highlighter in here called Blue Sapphire, assigned to the stone Sapphire, which has been chosen for September. And the final and fourth highlighter in this palette is a pink one called Pink Opal, assigned to Opal, which is October's birthstone. And there's a reason I haven't opened this bad boy up for you yet. So here we go. The goal for all of these highlighters is to hit pan. And I have, oh, please tell me the lighting will show you. I'm not sure. My very poor lighting will show you. Aha! I have hit pan in the pink opal shade. I hope you can see that. I hope you can see a decent dent in this highlighter and some lovely pan. Very small, but it's there. So I'm really pleased. I'm not altogether surprised that I hit pan in the pink highlighter out of all the colours first. It is the one I reach for the most. I have no problem wearing coloured highlighters, so I try to avoid the word wearable for the pink one over the others, but the pink one is the one that I use the most frequently and certainly is the one that was already showing the most promise and wear in the pan overall. Really pleased to see it. What this means is I do consider this goal hit for Opal, and therefore, in theory, it's rolled out of the project. However, I continue to use this palette daily, picking one shade a day. I expect to probably still reach for the pink shade on both days. So, whilst I don't think I'll say, oh, let's change the goal and try to completely pan this, so completely finish this pink one. I am interested to see where we get to by the end of the year, and you never know, this one might actually be done. I will try not to reach for it over and above the other three, since I am trying, of course, to hit pan in the other three. But yeah, I do expect to continue using it. So that's four of the months already, just in one palette. And all the other products and stones are eyeshadow palettes that I've basically put 20 uses on for each of them. Some of them are about the whole palette and some of them are about just one shade in that palette. So I'll go through them now in order. So for January, I have the Rose Quartz eyeshadow in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette. It's here. I mentioned last month that it's a nice pinky shade, although it is much darker than I had anticipated. I've used it once since you last saw me, giving a total of 3 out of 20 so far. February was one of the holographic shades highlighters, so I'll skip over to March, which is Bloodstone, and that is a shade in my Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. Bloodstone is this kind of brown with a green reflect in. Again, probably quite difficult. It's not like I've got a lighting set up here. I mean, this is a well-known palette. Anyway, I used it twice in the February to March period, and that's been a total of 4 uses so far. Happy enough with that. For April, my product is this whole eyeshadow palette called Quartz Crush because the stone is quartz. It's one of them ones with all the stones on them, and this is a very pink based palette. I'd already used the matte cream shade a long time ago for under the eyes, and there were three already hit pan on eyeshadows to be playing with. I'm not saying that for each one use I have to use all three, although I tend to use it as one eye look. I've only used it once since the last update, but that is a total of 4 uses, so not altogether unhappy about that. Bit crumbly, getting a bit old. Not really itchy on the eyelids, but not the most comfortable to wear, so won't be that sad when I've got to 20 uses on that one. That was April. May was the green emerald highlighter, which you've already seen. Not hit pan on that yet. Skipping it over to June, whose stone was pearl, and this is the Kimchi Sheet Pearls Gone Wild highlighter in 01 Hope. This is the quite glittery blue uh, based highlighter. This is the squishy um, formula that I mentioned that I don't really love, but that's okay. I have it on today, but we're at 11 hours since putting makeup on today, so I'm not really that surprised it's not mega showing up. I did actually manage to use it 3 times since you last saw me, which I was actually surprised at because I thought I hadn't even touched it, although one of those was today, for a total of 4 uses. So actually, I think I'm doing all right with that. Given that I focus on the Kat Von D palette on a daily basis, I think remembering to use that was great. For July, the stone is ruby, and I've got the Nabla Ruby Lights glitter palette. So this is a whole palette of quite nice, chunky, which I'm fine with, glitters. I do use them on my eyes. I'm careful, and I have good old NYX glitter glue to use. One of these already has pan in. Not surprising though, glitters kind of move around the pan. I think possibly there's pan in the ruby, which is the one I'm supposed to be using. If I just moved it around slightly. I went away to Turkey for the weekend with my friend last weekend, and I managed to take this bad boy with me. And of the 3 nights we were there, I actually managed to use the red shade twice. So I managed to get 2 uses on it for a total of 4 since starting the project. I also managed to use a few of the others too, because I do love a good glitter, and why not? I was on holiday. August is Jade, and I've got another one of these Revolution Pro stoned palettes. It's called So Jaded. Also, I took this away on my holiday in Turkey. Oh, she's a bit messy, and I don't love that. Um, I also took this away to Turkey and used it day and night, meaning in total I've managed to, sorry, I used it 6 times since you last saw me. Not surprised since I did take this away as one of my only palettes along with this one, so there weren't loads of choices. And I actually have used this 8 times in total since the project started. More excitedly, uh, on 24th of Feb, I managed to hit pan on this shiny pinky bronze shade, kind of a peach shade. I don't want to tip this too far because this thing is crumbly, but I managed to hit pan on that shade on 24th of February. And then on 14th of March, when I was away in Turkey, I don't know if you can see it just there, but I actually managed to hit pan on this matte dark green shade, and I'm really pleased with that. It's tiny, but it's definitely there. And that side of the pan is worn down, so a few more uses of that pan will be a decent size. So very, very successful in terms of hitting 2 pans and 8 uses total. September is the Sapphire highlighter you've already seen from Kat Von D palette. October is Opal. As you saw, I've hit pan, so that's out. November is the Stone Citrine. This is the only stone that I couldn't find, like a shade that actually had it in the name, or a palette, but that's fine. So instead, I've got the Honey Colourpop palette, and the goal is just to use the palette 20 times. I've used it 3 times since you last saw me for a total of 5 uses. And again, I was quite surprised doing my tallies just on my spreadsheet. I hadn't realised I'd used it 3 times. recently. So yeah, quite happy. It's a nice palette with lots of choice. There's like some really bright yellows and then some much more kind of murky ones. So as I'm using it alongside others, I can choose like the right sort of tones that I want to use. And finally, the December stone is turquoise, and I have yet another Revolution kind of stoned palette to use for 20 uses. Again, this isn't about a particular shade, this is just about using the palette. The matte cream was long gone. These bad boys already had pan in anyway at the start of the project. I used this twice since you last saw me, for including today, for a total of 4 times since the project began. Not unhappy about that. I don't really love blue, so it's great to have this palette in a project to get some use on it. I don't expect this to be finished by the end of the year by any means, but it would be great to see much more usage on it. You never know, it might end up being a pan that palette one year. So that's it for Birthstone Beauty. I hope that was interesting. Thanks for following along with me. Tell me what you are panning or usage goaling for this project. I'd be more than interested. I absolutely love Project Pan and seeing progress and supporting other people. And thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.